Yo, YouTube, what's good? It's Aeghis. Today's video is going to be me going over a couple games that I had from a session the other day where we actually went like 11-1. So I just wanted to, instead of uploading just the raw games like I normally do, I kind of want to break the games down and, kind of go over a couple of the highlights from some of the good ones. So the first match I picked here is Mage Lock. So this is a pretty common matchup that we're seeing nowadays. Yeah, so the first thing I kind of want to talk about is what build I'm running into Mage Lock. So basically the build I'm running is I am using Blazing Soul, which is Blink Stun, and I'm pairing that with Resolve Trinket. Another niche pick that I'm doing is I'm dropping Tinder and I'm going Prismatic Cloak. And then for my conduits as well, I'm also dropping Heal Block and going with Short Counterspell. Basically, the idea behind this is that you don't really need Heal Block because you can self-sustain through Blink Stun, as that it's a 10-second cooldown. Basically free barrier, free shield, along with your actual shields too. So as a mage, you really shouldn't be taking that much damage to where you'll need Heal Block. Really, the goal is to use your short CS more advantageously to stop damage on your teammates and stop CC as well. And then for Prismatic Cloak, that's going to just go back to what I said earlier. It's going to help you really self-sustain and just make sure that you're not actually, putting yourself in a bad spot to lose the game for your team. Basically what I mean is that you as the mage shouldn't really take a whole lot of damage into this if you're playing good. And Tinder you don't really need, so it's fine. And then, yeah, I'm running, like I said, Blink Stun Resolve. Resolve is really good into this because of the double kicks. So even though double kicks are available, you can still cast really important polys. One thing that is really the main reason why I like Resolve into this is that it gets procced on accident a lot because Mage runs the thing that random roots Frostbite, and that randomly procs your Resolve if you're standing in like a stray blizzard or if he orbs or something. So a really good tip is to kind of just stand in some sort of frost thing and let the frostbite proc on you so you get that immunity, and then you blink out of it so that another root doesn't hit you and take it away. So yeah, that's just a little tip and one of the main reasons why I like playing Resolve into this matchup. But yeah, now let's get into the actual game. So really the general strat here is that we're going to be wanting to go the Warlock most of the time. You can see here they're actually not playing the Resolve trinkets. This team in particular decided that and it's kind of like something just to keep in mind is that RMP is one of the comps that can actually kind of punish you for wearing the Echoing Resolve trinket, as if the Warlock were to wear it, the stuff would be slightly more annoying to stop, but we would be able to go him in like 8-9 second kidneys. So it just makes it really, really lethal. But yeah, anyways, the matchup, it's still kind of the same even without. So I'll let this play out a bit.
No, he is right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you were playing Ward. Okay.
You want to open?
Yeah, I'm just gonna open. Okay.
So we do like a little
kiss
opener here. Okay. We get Dark Pack, so that's fine. We sap this guy. This guy's in stealth. He comes out and places an ice wall, and we get Dark Packed. So at this point, we also get Warlock's Kick here.
I resheep the healer, okay?
Hold off.
I think I'm playing.
Space.
Mage pops Deathborn, and this is his real Deathborn. So once I see this, I opt to tell my teammate we need to try to either step out or get gripped.
Space me.
Can we run? Maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to set to me or a grip?
I'll step you. Okay.
So this is good. We're lining the Deathborn here.
Make sure you're always like in blink range. Yo, this guy's out of his port range.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, really good.
Trolling.
So something that this Mistweaver does is he basically leaves his pillar and comes into our pillar because we were stacking for a triple sweep, but we noticed that he was out of his port range, so we sent him with a full kidney combust to guarantee force his trinket.
Yes, not the mage.
He's gonna try to sweep.
I'm trying to get my Havoc. Got it.
Yeah.
One thing, just from like a mage perspective, not really a macro perspective, is I track Havoc. So you can see the Warlock has Havoc on me, but his next global is not coils. So what I'm able to do is actually press remove curse to remove my Havoc, meaning that he's only gonna be able to coil one target here. You can see he coils, but it only hits my rogue. So then I'm able to further stop this.
Good.
I couldn't stop that one because he was too far, but
I think that was the auto.
it's just a general thing that you should try to do often.
Okay. Line is low. Line is dark soul. Oh, you guys are in a
You can still
really bad
dive,
spot.
yeah.
Holy fuck.
So if you just heard what I said there to my teammates, it's like, oh, you guys are in a really bad spot. This guy has Dark Soul, and you can see the mage is still in Deathborn. So this is like a really crucial part of the matchup. My healer doesn't have Fade, and my rogue does not have Cloak, although he is in Stealth. But I'm really scared for Whaler here.
They're gonna set up on their healer.
I'm gonna blind.
I'm
Okay.
chilling. I'm chilling.
Here, Explicit, the one comment I heard from him is I'm gonna blind. This was like, in my head, I'm like, I want to play defensive. My teammate wants to go. So we need to kind of like come to like, we'll see how it plays out.
Okay.
Chest mage, chest mage.
Yeah, sheeping.
What happened to my blind? What?
Sheep.
Good luck. Late. Okay.
I am.
Yeah.
Sheep.
Games. Display.
Good.
Wall. Okay.
So our offense kind of turns into a defense in a way because, you know, we're stun locking the target, we're CCing the other guys, so we're actually not taking, you know, just like infinite dam. But we are very scared here.
Yeah.
Line Deathborn here.
But what we actually do get from this go is we actually get the Mage's Trinket, which is not really that important. The more important thing that we get is the Warlock's Unending Resolve.
I'll give you a peek. Sneak
Where
peek.
did my blind go, bro?
I have no idea. I was like hesitant there because it was still like Dark Soul and the guy had the biggest dam ever.
Yeah.
So it kind of scared me.
Dampen a bit harder now.
Yeah.
So something that we say is we should dampen a bit harder now. Basically, we have every cooldown out of the way. All we need is one good go and we can kill this guy. The lock still does have Trinket Port, but
He flesh cracked the blind?
you can see where we're positioned here. We're on the pillar. We're not just out in the open.
Really?
Are you talking to chat mid game? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Outplayed.
So you can
Kinda
see what
crank
I'm
this
doing
mid.
here is I'm just farming
Just
buffs.
a little, because he's.
Just farm your bus back.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Whatever. Get on the pet and shit.
Yeah.
I have chas and
Okay.
everything.
Maybe just solo get healer. Maybe kill Warlock. He has
Yeah.
packed, but we can.
Yeah,
go
but.
back.
But
Move it forward a little bit.
Yeah. Tony, you want to get monk?
Who do we want?
Lock.
Okay.
So we decide as a team that it's time to start moving out. What I do
I'm gonna
here,
bring my-
and
Yeah, I
something
mean-
that you kind of is your responsibility for the mage is, you see here what I'm
No
doing
kick,
is
no-
I'm basically CCing the fourth player, which is their pet. You know, I'm root ringing up behind the LOS here.
Okay,
The
good
root
button.
honestly would have been enough.
I
gonna
can
bring
Like
my-
we could have started moving out at
Yeah,
this
I mean-
point. I
No
kind
kick,
of
no kick.
rung just for like insurance. I'm letting my team know that there's not going to be a Warlock kick available. What's really important here is the biggest part about winning, usually, especially versus like the H-Priest version of this comp, is you need to get the games off during the go. And most of the time, what stops that games is either a block CS from the Mage, which is something your Priest kind of has to deal with. But what you have to do for your Priest is make sure that he doesn't have to deal with the lock kick. So that's what I'm doing here.
Available for this guy.
Disarms.
Yeah. Lock dice.
It's all you.
I fear them both.
Getting sheep now. Getting sheep. If you can get me, it's really good.
I'm trying.
Okay. You don't have to. I didn't send my resi there. Okay, but that was bust.
Yeah. It's fine.
So this was pretty solid. We got Dark Pact again. It's not the best. Well, I think what we were aiming for really there was Trinket Port, but I ended up getting sheeped on my bust, so we didn't get that, but it's fine.
I can
Sorry
get.
about
We're gonna get.
I have no CS either.
I
get my Havoc in one?
Early, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I display one. Right. Trigger.
Yeah, sure.
I dueled the lock there.
Okay.
It's disgusting
Christ,
comp, man.
man.
Disgusting comp.
So my healer had to Trinket to save my rogue there. Basically what that was
Trigger.
here, I'll back it up just a little bit. You can see the Warlock
I've
has
just
8
seen-
stacks here.
Either.
So his
I
next
get my Havoc in
Chaos
one?
Bolt here,
Yeah,
this
okay, I can-
bolt gives him his 2-set bonus where he now has an instant Chaos Bolt.
I
So
display
he
one.
double bolts my rogue here.
Right.
And procs, he's got the 4-set too, so he summons an Infernal on them, which stuns everybody. So
Trigger,
that's
trigger,
why
trigger.
Explicit almost just died here.
Sure.
I dueled the lock there.
Okay.
It's disgusting comp,
Christ,
man.
man.
Disgusting comp.
I kick this.
Good. Holy fuck, man. Okay, he has no wall.
Yeah. Procs a death point. He has Dark Soul in 7, dude. Yeah, good. I can free shoot the healer maybe.
Yeah.
So against this comp, free sheeps are really good because that's the hardest thing to CC most of the time. The healer was like kind of like standing really close to us, so I kind of saw like a free opportunity for us to get like a free go here without us having to compromise our position too much. Even though this sheep isn't perfectly timed with like a CC on the Warlock, it doesn't really matter. you know, so getting free sheeps as often as you can, as long as the target's off stun DR, is usually really high value.
Nice.
You can
I
see
can free shoot the healer maybe.
the pet isn't in line here, so I'm not juking this cast. I also noticed that the mage doesn't have counterspell.
The
So
area is good.
that
Nice.
also is in addition to why this is a good sheep.
My resi. I have no CS for mage.
That's
Good.
that's
Good.
mage.
Let's check it.
They double trinket block
Nice.
too.
Double.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
He's
don't
just
get
wall for a minute, bro. We went on blind, okay?
Okay, so now we're in a checkmate position here because the Warlock and the Monk have no trinket. The Warlock also has no wall, and we should be able to kill through Dark Pact, considering we have games and double resi here, along with easy CC on the healer with blind.
Yeah.
The only thing we really have to keep in mind here is the mage is going to be able to trinket CS the games, or the lock will be able to use his pet to lock the
Just
games.
watch Dark Soul here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'll get your
Oh yeah, that's another thing, is that we also see they have Dark Soul available, so
soul curse as soon as I
I
get
can
out.
grip you. I can grip you.
Nice, good.
one thing you can see on my rogue here is the Curse of Exhaustion. You want to be trying to dispel this quite often against this matchup, because the name of the game is really lining, you know, using the pillars, using LOS. So you want to make sure to get that curse off your rogue so that he can be moving full speed.
Get your soul curse in one.
Look at this monk's position, okay? I'm
Yeah.
gonna vanish for the go, okay?
Ice walling.
Yeah, I bust in like
I'm
10
MD
seconds.
inside.
Maybe wait for it.
One thing you can do with Ice Wall is you can mass dispel it. This is something I don't see enough healers doing. Basically, if there's an Ice Wall that is at all blocking any LOS, I think it's pretty high value to MD it. But yeah.
MD the ice wall.
Get your boss, get boss.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, I'm gonna vanish.
Okay.
We win here.
I root the pet. Line this pet, Tony, if you can cast.
So what Explicit does here is he vanishes. This basically means that the monk won't see him moving towards him. If he were to just walk out here and try to just raw blind this monk, he would have so many tools to try to stop Explicit from blinding him, because this monk, as a good player, is going to notice that the rogue has blind. He's going to notice that he doesn't have trinket, and he's going to do anything in his power to avoid this blind. He even tries to flush it, which is really the only thing that he could do, like from stealth, as he can't para him or disarm him or anything to delay.
Yeah, I can get the mage. I can get the mage.
Yeah, good.
Couple other notes, like that's basically what the rogue was doing. I'm CCing the pet yet again for the go. Whaler's gonna get the mage.
Yeah, I can get the mage. I can get the mage.
Yeah, good. Okay. No lock kick either.
Resonator.
Yeah,
Free
appreciate
mage.
it.
So Whaler fears his trinket. We have double resonator. He packs, but it shouldn't matter. Healer's in a blind. The pet is out of line. Since Whaler feared his trinket, he's able to get the full games off here.
Free mage string. It's
Yeah.
over. It's over.
Sheep.
Oh my.
Sheep is like sort of an insurance policy, you know, basically. Probably didn't need it, but
Sheep.
didn't really hurt to use the global.
Oh my.
And yeah, they go down. So this actually just came out to be 10
Okay,
minutes
just,
or so.
uh,
So I'm thinking
maybe
the play could, yeah. So this video came out to be 10 minutes. I'm thinking the play might be to release this as sort of a separate video. So yeah, that's going to be the one for Mage Flock. It is a Mistweaver. If you guys are wondering about when it is a different healer, when you fight a Holy Priest, you could go on the Holy Priest. And the reason why it's really hard to go on the Mistweaver in this context is because they have port wall stunned. But with a Priest, a lot of it is kind of the same idea, you know, running at the lock if they're running Resolve especially. But you can also kill the healer twice. Killing the healer twice is a strat that we do sometimes it's easier than killing the lock. You kind of have to feel out each team and how the different ones play, but a lot of the time you can go the healer. Recently Mage Lock hasn't really been running Resolve into us because, like I said, we can just kill the lock pretty easily with it. So if they're not wearing it, sometimes it's better to go the healer. But yeah, but anyways, so that's gonna be all, and stay tuned for the next one. Peace.